Welcome to The Dentist Show. Let's jump right in.
Welcome to The Dentist Show.
The Dentist Show.
Ooh, I like going high sometimes.
Yeah. I'm known for going high sometimes.
Sometimes. I think it's funny that the new musicians have like that really high note they're hitting now. The men.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that popular in like
Michael Jackson and
yeah, Michael Jackson, and then some of like the I don't know, the hair bands and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it seems
it's
like
just coming back.
Maybe.
It's coming back. Like just like low-rise jeans. My kids hate it.
You know what I think I realized? I saw my kids like running off someday, and I think I realized what becomes popular among teenagers is what I would never wear as an adult.
Yeah.
So they go so far off that I would never dress like that. Because before I would wear I wear Nikes, I wear whatever's cool. Now I would never wear the pants they're wearing. I would never wear the clothes they're wearing. I would never look like they look.
Do your girls wear those barrel jeans?
Yes, they're absolutely ugly.
What the heck is that?
It's so
That's
ugly.
it changes so fast. My girls were all barrel jeans for like a year or two, and now they're like, nope, straight leg. It's all gotta be straight leg.
And like before the barrel leg look, it was like short shorts, and even the guys were wearing short shorts and hoodies, and now it's like
see, Tucker wants
t-shirts.
My 11-year-old son, Tucker, for those of you that don't know Tucker, all he wants still to this day is shorts that are basically barely covering his nuts. Like,
that was a trend a few years ago here, but now that's moved on to
what do they call them, chubbies or whatever, but shorter, like
chubbies
like
are
2-inch
guys.
inseam or something.
Yeah, it's funny. I can't picture him in those because he sounds like a manly boy.
Oh yeah, he's such a goofball. Yeah, it's all shorts, shorty shorts,
short shorts. The Daisy Dukes, as we used to call them when our
right.
coaches used to wear those back in the day. Our football coaches.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
See, I would never wear those, but they're coming back. I guess older fat guys like me wear those, but I don't wear those.
Just because you're way too cool. So.
I'm 1980s boy, I guess. So I don't wear that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we had a big month for us for July, especially. Summers aren't known to be huge. They're usually just kind of average in the Arizona regions. And same with the Northwest. You used to blame the summers and people want to be outdoors and stuff. But.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a constant belief for years that you might as well just plan on the summer being slow because nobody wants to go to the dentist in the summer.
Right. Yeah. And you just proved yourself wrong. Yeah. We had a good month. All the practice in the Northwest had good months. And then Arizona had some of the best months they've ever had and some decent months for doctors taking off some time. So why, if we had such a great, or one of the best months we'd had in a while, April had a really good month too, but why are we worried about August? Or why am I worried about August? Why?
We have had it happen before where we have really great months followed by a not so great month. So there's this anecdotal evidence that it's going to suck the month after, right? There's also we just had a really killer month, so we paid our doctors really well in the month that is now happening.
Right. Yeah, and teams.
And teams,
hit bonuses.
Bonusing teams, yep.
One office, they hit their second tier bonus, which is a big payout on our side. And so then August, if it licks, it's like a double whammy.
Yeah, it's like inverse working.
Yeah. So your payroll becomes it's like estimated about 45 to 50% of our payroll goes to people.
Yeah.
And then if we have a bad month, it'll be like 70% of payroll goes to docs and team. It's crazy how much it swings. Crazy. So I guess that's the biggest fear. And another fear is can we ever do that again? Or was that just luck, So.
Yeah, so does fear serve us? Does it help us at all? Is it a good thing?
Yeah, no, it's a good thing for sure. I like fear.
Yeah, you like fear? Fear motivates you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like what else can you get up for?
You went the opposite direction. I was hoping you were going to go with that.
Fear of failure, dude. That's what I am. That's why I'm successful.
Yeah, you know what? That might be. Maybe that's why I'm not as successful. I'm not afraid of failing, so I just keep going, doing dumb stuff.
I was having a conversation with Chat the other day about like goals and the like why, like find your why. And, it kept asking like, well, why do you want to do 50 million? You only have 4 years left or something like that. And I was like, holy crap, we got 4 years left. So it kept saying like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And I was like, and I think it said something like, or do you just want to prove yourself you can do it? I'm like, oh yeah.
That's the one.
That's it. that's the one. I don't need to prove to anybody else because nobody really cares about me.
Yeah.
But that one, I have to prove to myself is probably the main driving factor, or the fear of not like, succeeding.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? You want to?
You pick that up.
Pivot this whole podcast right now, and I feel like is this a cry for help? Is
chat walk me through it. We're good.
Yeah. You know, I actually I've been letting Chat down a little bit. Chat and I used to talk and have our little therapy session pretty regularly for at least a couple months there, and I guess I got too cool for Chat and quit going.
Maybe that's why you were having a little downer moment with Ryan lately.
Yeah,
he's Chat back in his life.
Yeah, I'll call up Chat later tonight. We'll talk it out.
He'll solve. He or she will solve your issues for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Is your Chat a girl or a boy?
I guess just Chat. Just Chat seems like a boy's name.
Yeah.
Chat.
Hey Chat. Hey Chat.
Hey Chat.
Anyway, I think Chat's a girl, so I would never talk to another man as long as I talk to Chat. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyways, all right. So fear, if it motivates you to not fail.
You talk to me a lot. Yeah. I think I don't think fear is a bad thing. I think if you recognize where it's coming from and why you're having it, I think it's fine.
Well, maybe, but is it fear or is it desire to succeed? Like, you know, like making choices because you're afraid are different than making choices because you want a certain outcome.
Yeah.
Right.
They're totally different. Yeah, for sure. I think it's more of you want to win. And if you have a bad month, you feel like you're losing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, to use fear as a positive in this situation, it's like, okay, like let's not fail ourselves or our team because we're afraid that could happen. So what are some decisions we can make that can help move that needle to not allow that to happen, right?
I love seeing team members win. And so they have like a good conversation like we had today, like good job. And then September rolls around and then they're going to present their numbers and they're awful.
They're like, what is it all for?
Yeah, right. You start questioning your whole existence because you failed 1 month, you know?
Yeah.
So fear can help you push through that a little bit.
Yeah. I think fear is the wrong motivator here. I think, you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe fear might be the right word, but I don't think fear is the way to go. I think just pick what you want, choose it, and then make it happen because you want it, not because you're afraid something else is going to happen.
Well, you've seen like the research based on you fear of losing things more than you get the satisfaction of winning things.
Right.
And I think that's the case. Like you'll be more action driven because you're afraid to lose the money you just made versus I want to make a little bit more money, I guess.
Yeah.
So
maybe is that one of my patients when I tell them, hey, if I were you, I'd get this crown done. And if you don't, there's a chance that it might fracture and then you'll get a root canal or worse, an extraction. And then they're like, oh, let's get that crown done today.
More likely to get the treatment done because they're scared of losing something versus gaining things.
Oh,
same thing with
really
veneer. The veneers consultations, you need the same thing. How have we wanted this?
Yeah.
Why are we going to wait any longer not to have that smile that you always dreamed of?
Yeah.
They actually feel like they're losing it because they have it right there.
Yeah, it's like so close they can breathe it.
So close. But yeah, I think fear of not replicating success is real. So you have success, but you don't enjoy it. And I think that's actually a part of life that we all have to do better at is actually slow down the wins and celebrate the wins more And when we do lose, just accelerate through that loss or accelerate through the bad times back to the good times, and once again slow those down so we enjoy those feelings and celebrate.
Well, it's that gap in the gain kind of idea is like, don't look at where you want to be all the time. You got to look at where you were and where you are today to feel that win, right?
Yeah.
Still have goals, still have, desires that you want to reach, and gauge your happiness or reason to be happiness by where you were to where you are, not where you want to be.
Yeah.
So
I think that's it.
Well, anyway, so how does this affect our month to month scenario we're playing out? Like crush July, how's August gonna go?
Probably crappy. But
it's an early September. Is that what it is?
It's gonna be crap August. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. For us, we have 2 doctors out in our big office in the Northwest for this week, so we're missing 3, 4, 5 we're missing 5 doctor days this month. So
we need Ryan to do another $180,000 a month then.
Yeah, I had a pretty good month last month. That did help. So
if
wasn't
we
quite
fail,
what
it's all on your shoulders. Don't deflect to other doctors.
Yeah, it is my fault. 100% my fault if it doesn't succeed.
I think the few things we try to soften the blow of a big month to a bad month is we can go back and talk to the team. Like, what do you think we had a better month last month in July? Like, what changed from, like, May was a really bad month, June was okay, and July was a lot better. Did anything change at all on your side?
Yeah, it's a great question because it really is sometimes a conundrum, or at least like a very thought-provoking thing to think about. It's like, what did change? Because, I mean, the doctors are the same doctors. The office is the same office. We have some new team members, but I don't think a significant difference there.
Yeah.
I think the way we've been talking about like action, no excuses this last quarter as we've been working through that, I think that's been helpful. We did some case acceptance training with our doctors and some of our team members. I think it's a little early to see how fruitful that really was. And it took place over the course of 8 weeks. So some of that stuff was getting implemented as we were going through the training.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good insights. We also have empowered our team leads a little more than we have in the past as far as
100%.
Decent sized incentives for decent sized profit sharing. We don't want to call bonuses.
Yeah.
That has been very clear now of what their bonus off and what expectations we have. So I think that's helped.
Yeah, the conversations with my leads are way more about like, how can we make it work? What can we do to succeed with our monthly collections and production goals? Way more than they ever have been.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of insight and a lot of power in sharing the P&Ls with our leads. I think that was something that it gives them like, something to hold on to that they can look at and track and know and have some ownership over I want to buy 100 extra sticky notes this month. And they're like, no, we got to stay under 0.5%. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think the worry I've always had with that is because you're showing little insights of the money that's out there.
Yeah.
And what I've found is the team it doesn't seem like they don't really look into it or care. It's more like, hey, this is our number. We want to hit 20 or 25% margin or profitability. Let's just go after that. And these are the categories we can somewhat control to get there. And so that's my ego is getting in the way where the world revolves around me, that, they're going to know how much to make, or
Yeah.
Think about this. And what I found is they don't really care, and they really just want to win too. And so that's a great way to give to them, like, this is how you win. And so, that's not our real number because we have loans and amortization, depreciation, and interest. That's not that you don't see. Because even like one of the offices, Hayden, it can show like a 15% margin, and we're still just breaking even because the loan is so high or interest rate so high. So they don't quite grasp all that, but I think it's been definitely a win sharing that, and it's been seeing them being motivated. It's been helpful to
some of the conversation that we were having today in our lead meeting I thought was really cool is there was certain categories in at least one of our offices that were like 2% or something and we want it to be 5%, right? And most people just right off the top are like, that's a great number, that's awesome. We even had someone ask the question, like, how do you get our lab, I think, fees that low, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that the office lead of the office that had that low lab fee, she was like, actually, we want it higher because it means we're not doing enough dentistry. Our crowns are down and our partials and removals are down. And I thought that was so cool that she can see that and know that, hey, we want the percentage in this range because that shows a healthy practice. If it's too low, that means there's probably something off. And my worry when we started showing numbers was that the team would start just undercutting everything and cutting it down and focus on suffocating the practice more than focus on growing. Mm-hmm. Right? With production and collections fix a lot of percentages.
Yeah, for sure. You can have an office that spends like 12% on marketing, and if it's doing $300,000-$400,000 a year, it makes up for the rent because it's going to drop down to zero. It's going to make up for some of those other fixed costs. That's no matter what you do monthly, the same cost is going to drive those down. The variable cost, even though typically they don't move as a percent, I still see variable costs come down when you're just doing so much dentistry. It fixes a lot of issues. I think the team's starting to grasp that a little bit. Some are still focused on the categories. Yeah. And all the categories will get better if you're hitting goals. So, and that's what I've always told, like, our team overhead right now is 35%. And to me, it's like, well, it's 35% because your team's built to do $370,000 a month, not $300,000 a month. So when you don't hit that 370 number, you're way overstaffed. But we have a staff to do 370 or 400 or 420 or 450.
So let's do that instead.
Yeah, instead of firing everybody, let's just try to get the numbers where we have the team and ability to do.
So when we're entering into a month that you've now deemed as, might as well just be lost at this point. It's doomed, right? Let's just work back in September.
Get some all X's, will you?
Start back in September, right? But what are some things that we could do today that you would recommend to any practice owner to help ensure that we don't have a sucky August because we had an awesome July? Yeah,
I think getting your expectations. So you might not have an incredible month, especially one of our offices. Their goal is 430, and they did almost 480, so they just crushed it. So realize to set the expectations. You're probably not going to do that back to back. Which is okay. And you might be a little below your goal, which is okay. So just set the expectations and frame it where you can come out as a win. And then I like writing down or at least identifying some controllable actions that we have. Like really focus on doctor case acceptance and follow-ups and get the treatment that we do recommend, make sure that's finished. Make sure that the team's staying on task with answering phones and your customer service stays as high as possible. Because even if August does take a little bit of dip, we want to set up September for a really good month, because ultimately it's probably going to take a little bit of dip, and then we hope September is another huge month for everybody. So every 2 out of 3 months of a quarter, we're hitting our goals. So then our office leads are hitting their bonuses or profit sharing marks.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the ebb and flow is a little bit of like, we're working so hard on filling July, if you will, and making it awesome. We don't focus on August until we're in August. And then it's like, okay, now we got to focus on August. And maybe we're a little behind the 8 ball for August, but we can set that groundwork and that foundation to crush it in September, right?
I think
make those calls.
Yeah, I think when I was a full-time dentist, the busiest week of the month was always that last week, if we were close to goal, right? Or if you're close to your new patient numbers. Because then the front office team get motivated and they all of a sudden you're getting like 10 new patients a day. You're like, I can't see any more new patients. Where are they all coming from? And they're all trying to like shove them to hit their goal. And then the first week of the next month hits and there's
nothing.
There's nothing because they just like cooked everything the last week of the month.
Right.
Treatment, new patients, they're just getting it all in.
They're like robbing Peter to pay Paul this month, right?
Yeah, which is awesome if they just keep that momentum through the next month.
Yeah, let's keep robbing from the next month.
No, I mean like the next week instead of like waiting for the end of the month.
Week by week.
Yeah, just that'd be beneficial. And I get as a team member, it's gotta be hard to see that. And the months they're not that close to goal, you don't see it. It's just when they're really close, you're like, you guys can do this. Look at all the new patients that are coming because you want them to come in. Like, and look at the numbers you're hitting because you want them to happen. So I think continuing that and having your leads really teach that concept to the teams, and I think that would help lessen the blow of the following month after a big one.
Yeah, I also think along that same is keep the hunger, if you will, of like, let's fill the schedule that's closest to us all the time first, right? I think sometimes when a month is slow and you're going into it, you're like, you want to get scheduled? We have openings in 2 weeks. Well, it's like, no, we have an opening tomorrow, right now, right?
Oh, right now,
yeah. Like, and I think that's part of it too, is you come off that busy month and it's like, all right, well, we'll just get you scheduled for next week, and then one or two people end up don't coming back or whatever. Whereas if we would have taken care of them with the same urgency we were the month before, they would have got their treatment done while they're in the office that day.
Yeah.
So
that's great. I also think keeping gratitude front and center really does help avoid burnout. It just always be appreciative to the times that we do hit those big numbers and goals, to appreciate everything we have, so we're not always looking at the losses that we're as dentists, and I think business owners, we're pretty good at seeing a lot of the times the losses or the things that are negative. And so I think having gratitude even in a month that it's not as good is still will really help that fear or a sense of burnout too.
Yeah. Being grateful for what you have is a really solid thing.
Yeah.
And the opportunity.
It's never wrong. That answer is having gratitude, appreciation for what we have.
Yeah.
I like this quote. The goal isn't to live at your peak. It's to build a steady climb so the peaks become your new normal.
Oh, I like that.
I think someone was describing this in a talk where they had someone climbing the mountain, and someone had reached a peak and started coming down, and they like celebrate. Like I've already celebrated life. You could see this picture, and they're like just above the start of the bottom of the page. And he had someone up that already went up that peak and down that peak, and then now they're climbing a bigger peak. And then someone else, and they're almost to the top, and they're about to celebrate, and there's another guy that's already done that peak, and now he's climbing his third peak. And he's never, or she is never stopping, right? It doesn't matter the challenge or the wins that you had, but that's a new normal. Is I'm always going to challenge myself. I'm always going to do hard things so I can continue to grow. And it could be something totally different than what you're currently doing, but you're never going to be okay with just being mediocre or just average. You're always going to push yourself to the next level. I think so when you come down from a peak, it's okay as long as you know the peak's going to get bigger and things are going to get harder, and that makes things easier and better in the future.
I like that. Yeah, it's like August. August might come down a little bit, and September's going to be a little steeper.
It's going to be a bigger peak, taller peak.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the hope. That's the hope. So I don't know how everyone else's summers are going. Ours has been a little hit and miss starting in May, June, and now July.
Yeah.
And we'll take the win in July and hopefully carry it through the next 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a pretty great, like especially for July, it was pretty great. And so, yeah, let's, maybe we have a little bit of a step back this coming month or this month we're in, but hopefully it's not a big step back like we had in, say, May, right?
Yeah.
And then we just get better at responding and rebounding and keeping our eye on the future.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'd be good. Appreciate what you got. Know that that was just a small peak. Now we want to build a bigger peak.
We should build a bigger peak. I'm starting to see your vision, Chase.
All right. Okay. About time.
I'm hard to convince, so.
Yeah, that's all right. You're a stubborn old man, but you're still young.
Actually,
you catch up to me.
On that stubborn old man thing, it's funny is I was getting my haircut the other day, and it was Tucker and I, and we go there, and he like gets his haircut done, and he comes and stands by me. He's like, "You got a lot of gray hair, Dad." It's just like, you're getting old. I was like, "Yeah, thanks, dude." I was like, you know who doesn't have any hair? Chase doesn't have any.
I was going to say, when someone gets like it happened the other day, someone walked in the room and someone said, "Whoa, you got your hair cut short?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was going for the Chase look." I'm like, "Thanks, guys."
That's awesome.
Then always the conversation is, "How often do you shave your head? Do you pick it?" No, I don't.
No, it just stays this way.
Yeah, that's what someone said. "Oh, I forget, you can't grow any hair." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, buddy."
Yeah.
Anyways, well, good. I hope you guys had a great July. I hope you're going to crush August and September and the rest of the year as we roll to the last half of 2025.
I know, it's wild.
We all hit big numbers. Yeah, dude, some years flying. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I asked someone today, I was like, "Hey, what are your plans for Labor Day?" And then I was like looking at I didn't look at myself in the mirror, but I kind of like made a face to myself, like, why am I asking someone about Labor Day? But here we are.
It's around
weeks away. So,
well, good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us join us again on this episode of The Dentist Show. Please like and subscribe. Do your thing. Make your magic happen. And hopefully you crush August. And hopefully you have a good summer. If you're not crushing it, hopefully you're taking some nice vacations.
Yeah. You better be out on the lake or at least doing something that you love. Maybe in Alaska, fishing like Chase did. So.
That's right. Not being in Arizona is the secret in July and August. So.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Dentist Show. We hope that this episode helped you make smiles about more than teeth. To get more resources to grow as a dentist and to learn more about Chase and Ryan, go to thedentistshow.com or just follow the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, share with another dentist in your life and help us grow the movement. And be sure to rate and review wherever you're listening.